Tranio, since for the great desire I had to see fair Padua, nursery of arts, I am arrived for fruitful Lombardy, the pleasant garden of great Italy. By my mother's love and leave am armed with her goodwill and thy good company, my trusted servant, well approved in all. Here, let us breathe and haply institute a course of learning and ingenious studies.
Me perdonato, gentle mastermind. Oh, I am in all affected as thyself. Glad that you thus continue your resolve to suck the sweet philosophy. Only, good master, while we do admire this virtue and this moral discipline, let us be no stoics, nor no stocks, I pray. Bulk logic with acquaintance that you have, and practice rhetoric in your common tongue. Music and poesy used to quicken you. No profit grows where is no pleasure ta'en.
Gramercies, Tranio, well dost thou advise. Oh, but stay a while. What company is this?
Master, some show to welcome us to town.
Gentlemen, import me no further. For how I firmly am resolved from this, you know, that is not to bestow my youngest daughter before I have a husband for the elder. If either of you both love Katherina, because I know you well and love you well, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure.
Cut her, rather, for she's too rough for me. There, Hortensio, will you any wife?
I pray you, sir, is it your will to make a stale of me amongst these mates?
Mates, maid? How mean you that? No mates for you, unless you're of a gentler, milder mold.
In faith, sir, you shall never need to fear. I wis it is not halfway to your heart. But if it were not what there should be, to tow your nozzle with a three-legged stool and take your face and use you like a fool!
From all such devils, good Lord, deliver us.
From me too, good Lord.
Gentlemen, maids, do me as I have said. Bianca, get you in. And let not displease thee, my dear girl, for I shall love thee nevertheless, good Bianca.
A pretty Pete! It is best put finger in the eye, and she knew why.
Sister, content you with my discontent. Sir, to your pleasure humbly I subscribe. My books and rapier shall be my company, on them to took and practice by myself.
And for I know she delighteth in swordsmanship, poetry, and music. Young schoolmasters will I keep within my house to train her in her youth. If you, Hortensia, what's in your gremio both know of any such, prefer them hither, for to coming men I shall be kind and liberal in the good bringing up of my children. And so farewell. Katherina, you may stay, for I have more to commune with Bianca.
Why? And I trust I may go too, may I not? What? Shall I be appointed hours as though but like I knew not what to take and what to leave? Ha! Ha!
You may go to the devil's dam. Her gifts are so good. Here's none will hold her. My cake's dough on both sides. Farewell.
Signor Gremio, but a word, I pray. Though the nature of our quarrel never yet brooked parley, know now upon advice, it toucheth us both that we may yet again have access to our fair mistress and be happy rivals in Bianca's love, to labor and effect one thing specially.
And what that, I pray?
To marry, sir, to get a husband for her sister.
A husband? A devil?
I say a husband.
I say a devil.
A husband.
A devil.
A husband.
A devil. Knowest thou, Hortensio, though her father be very rich, any man would be so very a fool to be married to hell?
Tush, Gremio. Though it pass your patience and mine to endure her loud alarums, why, man, there be good fellows in this world, and man could light on them, would take her, with all her faults and money enough.
Would I had given him the best horse in Padua to begin his wooing, that would thoroughly woo her, wed her, bed her, and rid this house of her. Come on.
I pray, sir, tell me, is possible that love should of a sudden take such hold?
Oh, Tranio, till I found it to be true, I never thought it possible or likely. But see, while idly I stood looking on, I found the effect of love in idleness, and now in plainness do confess to thee. Tranio, I burn, I pine, I perish, Tranio, if I achieve not this young modest girl. Counsel me, Tranio, for I know thou canst. Assist me, Tranio, for I know thou wilt.
Master, you look so lonely on the maid, perhaps you mark not what's the pith of all.
Oh, yes, I saw sweet beauty in her face, such as the daughter of Agnor had, that made great Jove to humble him to her hand, when with his knees he kissed the Cretan strand.
Saw you no more? Marked you not how her sister began to scold and raise up such a storm that mortal ears might hardly endure the din?
Tranio, I saw her coral lips to move, and with her breath she did perfume the air. Sacred and sweet was all I saw in her.
Nay then, 'tis time to wake him from his trance. I pray, awake, sir. If you love the maid, then thoughts and wits to achieve her. Thus it stands. Her eldest sister is so cursed and shrewd that till the father rid his hands of her. Master, your love must live a maid at home.
Ah! Oh, Tranio, what a cruel father's he! But art thou not advised he took some care to get her cunning schoolmasters to instruct her?
Aye, marry am I, sir, and now 'tis plotted.
Oh, I have it, Tranio!
Master, for my hand, let both our inventions meet and jump in one.
Tell me thine first.
You shall be a fencing master and undertake the teaching of the maid. That's your device.
It is. Can it be done?
Not possible. Who shall bear your part and here in Padua be Vincenzia's son?
Basta. Content thee, for I have it full. We have not yet been seen in any house, nor can we lie distinguished by our faces for man or master. Then it follows thus. Thou shalt be master, Tranio, in my stead. I shall some other be, some Neapolitan, or Florentine, or meaner man of Pisa. Uncase thee. Take my colored hat and cloak. When Biondello comes, he waits on thee, but I will charm him first to keep his tongue.
Your mother charged me at our parting. Be serviceable to my son, quoth she, although I think 'twas in another sense. Oh, I am glad to be Lucentio. Oh, because so well I love Lucentio.
Oh, Tranio, be so, because Lucentio loves!
No!
And let me be a slave to achieve that maid, whose sudden sight hath thralled my wounded eye. Verona, for a while I take my leave to see my friends in Padua, but of all my best and most approved friend Hortensio, and I trow this is his house. Here, Sir Grumio, knock, I say.
Knock, sir. Whom should I knock? Is there any man has refused your worship?
Villain, I say, knock me here, soundly.
Knocked you here, sir? Why, sir, who am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say, knock me at the skate and knock me well, or I'll wrap your knave's pate.
My master has grown quarrelsome. I should knock you first, and I know after who comes by the worst.
Will it not be? Think, Sarah, and you'll not knock. I'll ring it. I'll try how you can. And sing it.
Help! Masters, help! My master is mad!
No, no! When I beat you, Sarah, do it!
How now? What is the matter? My old friend Grumio? Hey, my good friend Petruchio! How do you all in Verona?
Oh, Signor Hortensio, con tutto il cuore ben trovato, may I say.
Alla nostra casa benvenuto. Molto onorato, signor mio Petruchio. Rise, Grumio, rise. We will compound this quarrel.
Nay! 'Tis no matter, sir, what he alleges in Latin. If this be not a lawful cause for me to leave his service, why, look you, sir, he bid me rap him and knock him soundly. Well, was it fit for a servant to use his master so?
A senseless villain, good Hortensio. I bade the rascal knock upon your gate, and could not get him for my heart to do it.
Knock at the gate. Oh, heavens! Spake you not these words plain? Sirrah, knock me here, rap me here, knock me well, and rap me soundly, and now come you with knocking at the gate!
Sirrah, be gone, or talk not. I advise you.
Petruchio, patience. I am Grumio's pledge. But tell me now, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you to Padua, here from old Verona?
Such wind as scatters all young men through the world, to seek their fortunes farther than at home, where small experience grows, but in a few. Signor Hortensio thus stands it with me. Antonio, my father, is deceased, and I have thrust myself into this maze, happily to wive and thrive as best I may. Crowns in my purse I have, and goods at home, and so am come abroad to see the world.
Petruchio, shall I then come roundly to thee, and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? Thou wilt thank me but a little for my counsel, but I promise you she shall be rich, and very rich. But thou art too much my friend, and I'll not wish thee to her.
Well, Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, few words suffice. Therefore, if thou know, I come to wive it wealthily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Look you, sir, he tells you flatly what his mind is. Why, give him gold enough and marry him to a puppet, or an aglet baby, or an old trot with ne'er a tooth in her head, though she have as many diseases as 52 horses. Why, nothing comes amiss, so money comes with all.
Petruchio, since we are stepped thus far in, I shall continue that I broached in jest. I can, Petruchio, help thee to a wife, with wealth enough, and fair, and beauteous, brought up as best becomes a gentlewoman. Her only fault, and that's fault enough, is that she is intolerable cursed, and shrewd, and froward, so beyond all measure that were my state far worse than it was, I would not wed her for a mine of gold.
Peace, Hortensio! Thou knowest not gold's effect.
Her father is Baptista, an affable and courteous gentleman.
I know her father well, though I know not her, and he knew my deceased father well. I will not sleep, Hortensio, till I see her.
Tarry, Petruchio, I must go with thee, for in Baptista's keep my treasure is. He hath the jewel of my life in hold, his youngest daughter, beautiful Bianca, and her withholds from me and other more. Therefore this oath hath Baptista ta'en, that none shall have access into Bianca until Katherina the Cursed hath got a husband.
Katherina the Cursed!
Now shall my good friend Petruchio do me grace, I'll be disguised in sober robes as a schoolmaster, well seen in music, to instruct Bianca, so that I may, by this device at least, have leave and leisure to make love to her, and unsuspected court her by herself. Peace, Grumio, it is the rival of my love.
Peace, Sirrah.
Yes!
Grumio, Mom! God save you, Signor Grumio.
And you are well met, Signor Hortensio. Trowest whither I am going. To Baptista Minola, I promised to inquire carefully about a young swordmaster for the fair Bianca. And by good fortune, I have come upon this young man.
'Tis well, and I have met gentlemen hath promised to help me to another, a fine musician to instruct our mistress, so that I may be by no whit behind in duty to fair Bianca, so beloved of me.
So beloved of me.
Beloved of me.
Beloved of me.
Beloved of me.
Beloved of me. And that my deed shall be.
Grumio, it is now no time to vent our love. Here is a gentleman, whom by chance I met, will undertake to woo cursed Katherina, yea, and to marry her, if her dowry please.
Will you woo this wildcat? Then give a little dink and daunt mine ears. Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the sea puffed up with winds, rage like an angry boar chafed with sweat? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field, and heaven's artillery thunder in the skies? And do you tell me of a woman's tongue? Tush, tush, for boys with bugs.
For he fears none.
Hortensio! Ah! This gentleman is
happily arrived. My mind perceives. For your good and for mine.
I promised him we would be contributors and bear his charge of wooing whatsoever.
And so we will, provided that he win her.
I would I were sure of a good dinner.
Gentlemen, God save you. Tell me, I beseech you, which is the readiest way to the house of Signor Baptista Minola?
He that hath 2 fair daughters. Is he you mean?
Even he, Biandello.
Hark, sir, you mean not her to...
Perhaps he and her, sir. What have you to do?
Not her that chides, sir, at any hand, I pray.
I love no chiders, sir. Biandello, let's away.
Well begun, Tranio.
Sir, a word ere you go. Are you a suitor to this maid you talk of, yea or no?
And if I be, sir, is it any offence?
No? If without another word you will get you hence.
Why, sir, I pray, are not the streets as free for me as they are for you?
But so is not she.
For what reason, I beseech you?
Well, for this reason, if you'll know, that she's the choice love of Signor Gremio.
That she's the chosen of Signor Hortensio.
Gremio!
Hortensio.
Gremio!
Hortensi, sir, let me be so bold as to ask you, have you ever yet seen Baptista's daughter?
No, sir, but here I do that he hath two. One is famous for a scolding tongue, as is the other for beauteous modesty.
Oh, sir, the first for me, let her go by.
Yea, leave that labor for great Hercules.
Sir, understand you this of me in sooth. This youngest daughter whom you hearken for, her father keeps from all excess of suitors, and will not promise her to any man, till the elder sister first be wed. The younger then is free, not before.
And if you do profess to be a suitor, you must, as we do, gratify this gentleman to whom we all rest generally beholding.
Sir, I shall not be slack, in sign whereof. Please ye, we may contrive this afternoon and quaff carouses to our mistress's health, and to his adversaries do in law. Strive mightily, but eat and drink as friends.
Excellent motion.
Let's be gone.
Motion's good indeed, and be it so, Petruchio, I will be your benvenuto.
Believe me, sister, of all the men alive, I never yet beheld that special face that I could fancy more than any other.
Minion, thou liest! Is not Hortensio.
If you affect him, sister, here I swear I'll plead for you myself that you shall have him.
Oh, then belike you fancy riches more, you will have Gremio to keep you fair.
Is it for him you do envy me so? Nay, then you jest. And I will perceive you have jested with me all the while. I prithee, Sister Kate, untie my hand.
If this be jest, then all the rest was so.
Poor Bianca. Oh, my poor girl. Oh. Weeps. Poor girl. Go. Fly thy needle, meddle not with her. Why dost thou wrong her who has never wronged thee? Why did she ever cross thee with so much as a bitter word?
Her silence flouts me, and I'll be revenged.
What, within my sight? Bianca, get you in.
What? Will you not suffer me? Nay, now I see she is your treasure. She must have a husband. I will dance barefoot on her wedding day. And for your love to her, lead eggs in hell. Talk not to me. I will come sit and weep till I can find occasion of revenge.
Was there ever a gentleman thus grieved as I? But who comes here?
Good morrow, neighbor Baptista.
Good morrow, neighbor Gremio. God save you, gentlemen.
And you, good sir. Pray, have you not a daughter called Katherina, fair and virtuous?
I have a daughter, sir, called Katherina.
You are too blunt, sir. Go to it all. You wrong me, Signor Gremio. Give me leave. I am a gentleman of Verona, sir, that's hearing of her beauty and her wit, and bold to show myself a forward guest within your house. And for an entrance to my entertainment, I do present you with a man of mine, cunning in the music and the mathematics, to instruct her fully in those sciences where I know she is not ignorant. His name is Licio, born in Mantua.
You are most welcome for his sake. But as for my daughter, she is not for your turn, but more my grief.
I see you do not mean to part with her, or else you like not with my company.
Mistake me not, I speak but as I find.
Let us that are poor petitioners speak to. Macari, thou art marvelous forward. But pardon, Signor Gremio, I would fain be doing. I doubt it not, sir, that you will curse your wooing. Neighbor, this is a gift very grateful, I am sure. And to express the like kindness myself, that have been more kindly beholding you than any, freely give unto you this young fencing master. His name is Cambrio. Pray accept his service.
1,000 thanks, neighbor Gremio. You are welcome, Cambio.
I beg your pardon, sir. This liberty is all that I request, that upon knowledge of my parentage I may have welcome amongst the rest that woo, and have free access and favor as the rest. And toward the education of your daughters I here bestow a simple instrument and this small packet of Greek and Latin books. If you accept them, then their worth is great.
Signor Licentio, of whence I pray?
Of Pisa, sir, son of Vincentia.
A powerful woman of Pisa by report. You, sir, are most welcome. Take you the books, and you the lute. Shall meet your pupils presently. Lead these gentlemen to my daughters. Tell them that they are their tutors, and they are to use them wisely. We shall walk in the garden and then to dinner. You gentlemen are passing welcome, and I pray you think yourselves.
Signor Baptista, my business asketh haste, and every day I cannot come to woo. Then tell me, if I get your daughter's love, what dowry shall I have with her to wife?
Upon my death, 1/2 my lands, and in possession 20,000 crowns.
And for that dowry, I'll assure her of her widowhood, be it that she survive me in all my lands and leases whatsoever. Let specialties be therefore drawn between us, that covenants may be kept on either hand.
Aye, that is if that special thing is well obtained, which is her love, which is all in all.
Oh, why, that's nothing, for I tell you, Father, I am as peremptory as she proud-minded. Though little fire grows great with little wind, yet extreme gusts will blow out fire and all.
Why, how now, friend? Why so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I look pale.
What, will my daughter not prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold with her, but never lute.
Thou canst break it to the lute?
Why, no, for she hath broke the lute to me. I did but tell her she mistook her frets, and bowed her hand to teach her fingering. When with the most impatient, devilish spirit, frets call you these, I'll film with them. And with that word she struck me on the head, and through the instrument my pate made way. And there stood I, as on a pillory, looking through the lute, while she did call me rascal fiddler, and twangling jack, with 20 such vile terms as had she studied to misuse me so.
By the world, it is a lusty wench. I love her 10 times more than e'er I did. I long to have some chat with her.
Come, go with me and be not discomfited. Proceed in practice with my younger daughter. She is apt to learning, and thankful for good turns. Signor Petruchio, will you join us, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you do. I'll attend her here. And woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rail,
why then I'll say she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frowns, I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses newly washed with dew. Say she be mute and will not say a word, why then I'll commend her volubility and say she uttereth piercing eloquence. Ah, but here she comes. And now, Petruchio, speak. Good morrow, Kate. Well, that's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard but something hard of hearing? They call me Katherina, that you talk of me.
You lie in faith, for you are called plain Kate, and body Kate, and sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom, Kate of Kate's Hall, my super dainty Kate. For dainties are all Kates, and therefore, Kate, take this of me, Kate, of my consolation. Hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy beauty spoke of, and thy virtue sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved? In good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first, you were immovable.
What? What's immovable?
A joined stool.
Thou must hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
Such shade as you and me, you mean.
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee, for knowing thee to be but young and light.
You light for such a swain as you to catch, and yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Should buzz.
Well, ta'en and like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take thee?
I for a turtle as he takes a buzzard.
Come, you wasp, in faith you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy is then to pluck it out.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies.
He knows not where a wasp does wear his sting. It's his tail.
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours if you talk of tails, and so farewell.
What, with my tongue in your tail? I come again. Good Kate, I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
So may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman, and if no gentleman, why then make on.
Harold Kate, put me in thy books.
What is your crest? A cock?
A boneless cock. So Kate will be my head.
No cock of mine. You crow too like a craven.
Nay, come, Kate, come. You must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, here's no crab, and therefore look not sour.
Oh, there is.
And show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What, you mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
Now, by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
Care.
I care not.
Take here, you Kate, in sooth, you scape not so.
I chafe you if I tarry. Let me go.
No, not a wit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen. And now I find your port a very liar. But thou art pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, but slow in speech. Thou not look askant, nor bite the lip, as angry wenches will, but thou with mildness. Why does the world report that Kate hath lived? Ah, slanderous world! Kate, like the hazel twig, is straight and slender, and is brown in hue as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Let me see thee walk, thou dost not halt.
Go, fool! I am not Kate's command.
Never Dian so become a grove, as Kate this chamber with her princely gait. Oh, let her be Kate, and be thou Dian. And then let Kate be chaste, and Dian sportful.
Where did you learn all this goodly speech?
'Tis extempore, from my mother wit.
A witty mother, wit less else her son.
Am I not wise?
Yes, keep you warm.
Marry, so I mean, sweet Catherine, in thy bed. And therefore, setting all this chat aside, your father hath consented that you shall be my bride. Your dowry breathe out, and will you nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn, for by this light whereby I see thy beauty.
We will be witnesses.
Father and wife and gentlemen adieu. I will unto Venice. Sunday comes apace. We will have rings jewels and things and fine array. And kiss me, Kate, we will be married on Sunday.
Yeah, very much.
Fiddler forbear! You are too forward, sir!
What wrangling pedant! This is the patroness of heavenly harmony. Then give me leave to have prerogative. And when in music we have spent an hour, your lesson shall have leisure for as much.
Preposterous ass that never read so far to know the cause why music was ordained. Was it not to refresh the mind of man after his studies or his usual pain? Therefore, give me leave to teach her fencing now, and while I pause, serve in your harmony.
Sirrah, I will not bear these braves of thine.
Why, gentlemen, you do me double wrong to strive for that which resteth in my choice. I am no preaching scholar in the schools. I'll not be tied to hours, no appointed times, but learn my lessons as it please myself. And to cut off all strife, here stand we now. Take you your instrument, tune you the whiles. His lesson will be done ere you have tuned.
You'll leave his lesson when I am in tune.
That will be never. Tune your instrument.
Now, where left we last?
Baptista, as I told you before, Padua, I am Vincentia. Porta, son unto Vincentia of Pisa. Rito Tondo, disguised thus to get your love. Squalenbrato, and that Lucentio that comes a-wooing, Pasolto, is my man Tranio. Patare di mano! Bearing my port, Bersaglio, that we might beguile the old pantaloon.
Madam, my instrument is now in tune.
Let's hear it. Oh, my, triple jars.
Spit in the hole, man, and tune again.
Now, let's see if I can perform it. Batuto parare. I know you not. Botto dritto tando. I trust you not. Spalamarata, assalto. Take heed he hear us not. Battare di mano. Presume not. Bersaglio! Despair not.
Madam, 'tis now in tune.
Oh, but the bass.
Now, Licio, to you. Good masters, take it not unkindly, pray that I have been thus pleasant with you both.
You may go walk and give me leave a while. My lesson makes no music in 3 parts.
Are you so formal, sir? But I must wait and watch withal. For but I be deceived, our fine musician groweth amorous.
Before you touch the instrument to learn the order of my fingering, we must first begin with rudiments of art to teach you gamut of a briefer sort, more pleasant, pithy, and effectual than hath been taught by any of my trade. And here it is. In writing, neatly drawn.
But I am past my gamut long ago.
Then read the gamut of Hortensia.
Gamut I am, the ground of all accord. A, Ray, to feed Hortensio's passion. B, me, beyond Bianca take him for thy lord. See, Faut, that loves with all affection. D, sol re, one cleft, two notes have I. Me, ah me, take pity or I die. What? Call you this gamut? I like it not. Old fashions suit me best. I am not so nice to trade true rules for old inventions. Mistress.
Father prays you leave your books to help dress your sister's chamber up. You know tomorrow's the wedding day.
Farewell, sweet masters. Both. I must be gone.
Faith, mistress, then I have no cause to stay.
But I have cause to pry into this master. Methinks he looks as though he were in love. But if thy thoughts, Bianca, be so humble to cast thy wandering eye on every stale, seize thee that list. If once I find thee ranging, Hortensio will be quit with thee by changing.
Signor Lucentio, today is the appointed hour of Petruchio and Katherina's marriage, and yet we hear not from our son-in-law. What does Signor Lucentio say of this shame of ours?
No shame, but mine. I must, forsooth, be forced to give my hand, opposed against my heart, unto a mad-brained Rudesby full of spleen who wooed in haste and means to wed at leisure. I told you he was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jest and blunt behavior, and to be noted for a merry man. He'll woo 1,000, point the day of marriage, make feasts, invite friends, and proclaim the bed. Never means to wed where he hath wooed. Now must the world point at poor Katherina and say, lo, there is mad Petruchio's wife. If it would please him, come and marry her.
The Petruchio means but well with whatever fortune stays him from his word. Though he be blunt with all, he's honest.
When Katherina had never seen him, though.
Oh, go and weep, child, I cannot blame thee. Such an injury would vex a very saint.
Master! Master!
Oh.
Master!
Whoa.
Oh, news! Old news and such news as you've never heard.
News, old and new both, how may that be?
Why, is it not news to hear of Petruchio's coming?
He has come.
Why, no, sir.
What then?
He's coming.
When will he be here?
When he stands where I am and sees you there.
But say what to thine old news?
Petruchio is coming. His horse, hipped with an old, mothy saddle and stirrups of no kindred, besides stark spoiled with the staggers, but none with the pots, the suede in the back, and...
I care not how he comes, so long as he comes.
Why, sir, he comes not.
Did thou not say he comes?
Who, that Petruchio came?
I am Petruchio came!
No, sir, I say his horse comes with him on his back.
Where is Kate? How does my father? Gentles, methinks you frown, and more for gaze this goodly company as if they look upon some wondrous monument, some comet, or unusual prodigy.
You know that this is your wedding day.
Hey!
First, we feared that you would not come. Now, we are fearful that you are so unprovided for in your estate. Why, stop this habit. It's an eyesore to your stateless, to our solemn festival.
Oh, and tell us what occasion of import hath all so long detained you from your wife, and sent you hither so unlike yourself?
Tedious it were to tell, and harsh to hear. Sufficeth, I am come to keep my word. But where is Kate? I stay too long from her. The morning wears, 'tis time we were at church.
See not your bride in these unreverent robes. Go to my chamber, put on clothes of mine.
Not I, believe me. Thus I'll visit her.
But thus I trust you will not marry her.
Good sooth, even thus, therefore I've done with words. To me she's married, not unto my clothes. But what a fool am I to stay and chat with you, when I should bid good morrow to my bride, and seal the title with a lovely kiss.
I will follow him and see the event of this.
As I before imparted to your worship, I am to get a woman. Whate'er she be, it feels not much will fit her to our turn. And she shall be Vincentia of Pisa, and make assurance here at Padua of greater sums than I have promised. So shall you enjoy your hope, and marry sweet Bianca with consent.
Were it not that my fellow schoolmaster doth watch Bianca's step so narrowly.
Signor Gremio! Came you from the church?
Why, he's a devil, a very fiend.
Why, she's a devil, the devil's damned.
She's a lamb, a dove, a fool to him. I'll tell you, Sir Lucetti, when the priest should ask if Katherina should be his wife, I, by God's wounds, and swore so loud that all amazed the priest let fall the book. And as he stooped again to take it up, this mad bridegroom took him such a cuff that down fell book and priest and book. Now take them up, quoting if any list. And I seeing this came hence for very shame. Such a mad marriage never was before.
Gentlemen and friends, I thank you for your gaze. And honest company, I thank you all that have beheld me give away myself to this most patient, sweet, and virtuous wife. Drink with my father, dine with my father, and then drink a health to me. For I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Well, let us entreat you stay till after dinner.
It may not be.
Let me entreat you.
It cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
I am content.
Are you content to stay?
I am content. You shall entreat me stay, and yet not stay. Entreat me how you can.
Now, if you love me,
Put me on my horse.
They be ready, sir, for the oats have eaten the horses.
stay then. Do what thou canst. I will not go today. No, nor tomorrow, and not till I please myself. The door is open, sir. There lies your way. You may be jogging while your boots are green. For me, I'll not be gone till I please myself.
Prithee, kid, content thee, I pray thee, be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do? Father, be quiet. He shall stay my leisure.
Aye, marry, sir. Now it begins to work.
Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool if she had not a spirit to resist.
They shall go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride, you that follow her. Go to the feast, revel, and domineer. But for my bonny Kate, she must with me. And I'll draw mine action on the proudest steed that stops my way in Padua. Grumio, draw forth thy weapon, we are beset with thieves. Rescue thy mistress if thou be a man. Sweet wench, they shall not touch the gate. Fear not, I'll buckler thee against a mill.
Oh, let them go, a couple of quiet ones.
When they not quickly, I should die with laughter.
Of all mad matches, never was the like.
Mistress, what's your opinion of your sister?
That being mad herself, she's madly mated.
I warrant him. Petruchio is cheated.
Neighbors and friends, though groom and bride want to supply their place at the table, you know they'll want no junkets at the feast. Lucentio, you shall take Petruchio's place, and Bianca shall take her sister's part.
Shall sweet Bianca practice how to bride it?
That she shall, Lucentio, that she shall. Come, friends, let us away.
Fie on all tired horses, all mad masters, and all foul ways. Was ever a man so beaten? Was ever a man so rayed? Was ever a man so tired? Oh. I am sent before them to make a fire, and they are coming after to warm them. Oh. Curtis!
Ah, who is that called so coldly?
A piece of ice!
Oh, is my master and his wife coming, Grumio?
Aye, Curtis, aye.
Is she so hot as Shrew as she's reported?
She was, good Curtis.
Good Grumio, the news!
Where is the cook? Is dinner ready, the carpets laid, and everything in order?
All ready, and therefore I pray thee news.
First know my Horses tired, my master and mistress fallen out.
How?
Out of their saddles and into the dirt. And thereby hangs a tail.
Let's hack it, Grumio.
Lend thine ear.
Here.
There.
This is to feel a tale, not to hear a tale.
And therefore it is called a sensible tale, and this cuffet was but to knock at your ear and beseech listening. But now I begin. Imprimis, we came down a foul hill, my master riding behind my mistress. And
both of one horse?
What's that to thee?
Why, a horse.
Well, tell thou the tale. But hadst thou not crossed me, thou shouldst have heard how her horse fell, and she under her horse. Thou shouldst have heard in how miry a place, how she was bemoiled, how he left her under her horse, how he beat me because her horse stumbled, how he swore, how she prayed that never prayed before. How I cried, how the horses ran away, how her bridle was burst, how I lost my crupper, full of many things of worth and memory.
By this reckoning, he is more shrewd than she.
Aye, and that thou and the proudest of you all shall find when he comes home. But what speak I of this? Where is Nathaniel, Joseph, and Philip? Are they ready?
All ready.
Call them forth.
Do you hear, ho? You must meet my master and countenance my mistress.
Why, she hath a face of her own.
Who knows not this?
Thou, it seems, that calls for company to countenance her.
I call them forth to credit her.
She comes to borrow nothing of them.
Welcome home, Grumio. How now, Grumio?
What, Grumio?
Hello, Grumio.
Welcome you. How now, you? What, you? Fellow you, and thus much for greeting. Now, my spruce companions is all ready and all things neat. All things is ready. How near is our master?
Hey! What? No man at door to hold my stirrup, nor to take my horse. Where's Nathaniel, Joseph, Philip?
Here, sir.
Here, sir, you vulgar-headed and unpolished grooms. Where's the foolish neighbor sent before?
Here's her as foolish as I was
You
before.
peasant swain! You horse son, moat horse drudge! Did I not bid thee meet me in the park, and bring along these rascal knaves with thee? Go, rascals, go, and catch my supper in!
Where is the knaves I met? Where are the knaves that I once met?
There's my love!
Up, down! No.
Sit down, Kate, and welcome. Food? Food! Why, when, I say?
Nay, good, sweet Kate, be merry.
Off with my boots, you rogue! You villains, fled!
Twas the Friar of all disgrace who would walk it on his way.
Out you rogue! That's right! Take that! Mend the blocking off the oven. And bring them to Dublin City at the hour of God. Be merry, Kate! Some water here, what ho! Where is my spindle troilus? Sarah, get you hence! Where are my slippers? Shall we have some water here? Come, Kate, and wash and welcome heartily. You horse-on villain! Will you let it fall? Yeah!
Patience, I pray you! 'Twas a fault unwilling!
Was a horse-on! Be to let it Come, Kate, I know you have the stuff. Will you give thanks, sweet Kate, or else shall I? Oh, thank you, Lord, for this food, and most of all, that it tastes good. What's this, mutton?
Turkey.
Who brought it?
I?
'Tis burnt, and so is all the meat.
Oh!
How did you villains bring it from the someone does to me that lovely
heedless jolteds and unmannered slaves. What? Do you grumble? No. I'll be with you straight.
I pray you, husband! Be not so disquiet. The meat was well if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I expressly am forbid to touch it. And better 'twere that we did fast, since of ourselves are choleric, than feed it with such over-roasted flesh. Be patient. Tomorrow it shall be mended, and for tonight, we'll fast for company! Come, Kate. I will bring thee to thy bridal chamber!
Didst ever see the like? Didst ever see the like?
He kills her in her own humor!
Where is he?
In her bridal chamber, making a sermon of continence in her, and rails, and swears, and rakes, so that she poor soul knows not which way to stand, to look, to speak, and sits as if one newly risen from a dream. Black, away, away, for he is coming hither. Thus have I politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope 'twill end successfully. She ate no meat today, nor none shall eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. As with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find with the making of the bed, and here I'll fling the pillow, there the bolster, aye, and amid this hurley I intend that all is done in reverent care of her. This is a way to kill a wife with kindness. And thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humor. He that knows better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak. 'Tis charity to show.
Is possible, friend Licio, that Mistress Bianca doth fancy any other but Lucentio? I tell you, sir, she bears me fair at hand.
Sir, to satisfy you in what I have said, stand by and mark the manner of his teaching.
Now, mistress, profit you in what you read.
What master read you? First resolve me that.
I read that I profess the art to love,
And may you prove, sir, master of your art.
while you, sweet dear, prove mistress of my heart.
Oh, despiteful love, unconstant womankind.
Mistake no more! I am not Licio, or a musician, as I seem to be, but one that scorned to live in this disguise. No, sir, I am called Hortensio.
Signor Hortensio! I have often heard of your entire affection for Bianca, and since mine eyes are witness of her likeness, I will with you, if you be so content, forswear Bianca and her love forever.
Here is my hand, and here I firmly vow never to woo her no more, but to forswear her.
And here I take that unfeigned oath, never to marry with her, though she would entreat. Fie on her. See how beastly she doth court him.
For me, that I may surely keep mine oath, I will be married to a wealthy widow, ere 3 days pass, that hath as long loved me as I have loved this proud, disdainful haggard. Farewell, Signor Lucentio.
Then we are rid of Licio.
Aye, faith, he'll have a lusty widow now that shall be wooed and wedded in a day.
God give him joy.
Master! Master!
I've watched so long, I'm dog weary. Woo! The last I spied, give us.
What, Piandello?
Master, a mercatante or a pedant, I know not what, but formal in apparel.
Oh, if she be credulous and believe my tale, I'll make her glad to see Vincentia. Take in your love and then let me alone.
Good day, sir.
Then you, sir. Travel you far on, or are you at the farthest?
Sir, at the
father for a week or two.
Now, what countryman, I pray?
Of Mantua.
Mantua!
Mantua? Very thoughtful bid. Come to Padua careless of your life.
My life, sir! My life, sir! Oh, for that goes hard.
See, that's for any in Mantua to come to Padua.
Death!
Know you not the cause? Your ships are stayed at Venice, and the Duke, for private quarrel betwixt your Duke and him, hath published and proclaimed it openly.
Oh, alas, sir, it is worse for me than so, for I have bills for money from exchange from Florence and must here deliver them.
Oh. First, tell me, hast thou ever been at Pisa?
Aye, sir, in Pisa have I often been. Pisa, renowned for grave citizens.
And among them know you one Vincentia?
Alas, sir, I know her not, but I have heard of her. A merchant of incomparable wealth.
She is my mother, sir, and sooth to say, in countenance, somewhat doth resemble you.
As much as an apple doth an oyster.
To save your life in this extremity, her name and credit you shall undertake, and in my house you shall be friendly lodged. You understand me, sir. So shall you stay till you have finished your business here in the city. If this be courtesy, sir, accept of it?
Oh, sir, I do. And
then go with me and make the matter good. This, by the way, I let you understand. My mother is here looked for every day to pass assurance of a dower in marriage betwixt me and one Baptista's daughter here. In all these circumstances I shall instruct you. Go with me to clothe you as becomes you. No, forsooth! I dare not for my life!
The more my wrong, the more his spite appears. What? Did he marry me to famish me? Beggars that come into my father's door upon entreaty of a present alms. If not elsewhere, they meet with charity. But I, who never knew how to entreat, nor never needed that I should entreat, am starved for meat. Giddy for lack of sleep, with oaths kept waking and with brawling fed. And that which spites me more than all these wants, he does it under name of perfect love. I prithee, go and get me some repast. I care not what, so be it wholesome food.
How fares my king? What's waiting all a mort?
Mistress, what cheer?
Faith as cold as can be.
Oh, plug up thy spirits, look cheerfully upon me. Hey, love, thou seest how diligent I am to dress thy meal myself and bring it thee. I am sure, sweet Kate, this kindness merits thanks. The poorest service is repaid with thanks, and so shall mine before you touch the meal.
Oh. I thank you, sir.
Come, Mistress Kate, I'll bear you company.
And now, my honey love, we will return unto your fathers, and revel it as bravely as the best, with silken coats and caps and golden rings, with ruffs and cuffs and farthingales and things. Ah, the tailor stays thy leisure to deck thy body with his ruffling treasure. Come.
Here's the cap, your lordship, good to speak.
Why, 'tis a cockle or a walnut shell, a knack, a trick, a toy, a bibis cap. Away with it, come, let me have a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This stuff at the time, and gentlewomen wear such caps as these.
Well, when you are gentle, you shall have one too. Not till the...
That will not be in haste.
Why, sir, I trust I may have leave to speak. And speak I will. I'm no child, no babe. Your betters have endured me, say my mind, and if you cannot, best you stop your ears. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it will break, and rather than it shall, I will be free, even to the uttermost, as I please in words.
Well, thou sayest true, it is a paltry cap. I like thee well in that thou lovest it not.
Love me or love me not, I like the cap, and it I will have, or I will have none.
Thy gown, come tailor, let us see it. Why, what's this? 'Tis like a demi-cannon, what? Carved up and down like an apple tart. I'll none of it.
You bid me make it orderly and well according to the fashion and the time.
I'll none of it. Hence.
I never saw a better fashion gown. More quaint, more pleasing, nor more commendable. Belike you mean to make a puppet of me.
Why, true, he means to make a puppet of thee.
She says your worship means to make a puppet of her.
Monstrous arrogance. I tell thee that thou hast marred her gown.
Your worship is deceived. The gown is made just as my master had directed. Romeo gave order on how it should be made.
I gave him no order, sir. I gave him the stuff.
But how did you desire it should be made, sir?
Marry, sir, with needle and thread.
But did you not request to have it cut? Why, here's the letter of fashion to testify. Read it. Imprimis, one loose-bodied gown.
Master, if ever I said loose-bodied gown, sew me in the skirts of it, I said gown.
Proceed. With the small compassed cape.
I confess the cape.
A trunk sleeve.
I confess 2 sleeves.
The sleeves curiously cut.
Ah, there's the villainy!
Error in the bill, sir, error in the bill. I commanded the sleeves should be cut out and sewed up again.
Come, take it hence, be gone, and say no more. Hortensio, say thou to the telephone. Well, come, my Kate, we will undo your fathers, even in these honest mean habiliments. Our purses shall be proud, our garments poor. And as the sun breaks through the darkest clouds, so honor appeareth in the meanest habit. 'Tis the mind that makes the body rich. Go, call my men, and let us straight to him. Let's see, I think 'tis now some 7 o'clock, and well we may come there by dinner time.
I dare assure you, sir, 'tis almost 2, and 'twill be supper time ere we come there.
It shall be 7 ere I go to horse. Look, what I speak or do or think to do, you are still crossing. Sirs, let it alone. I will not go today, and ere I do, it shall be what o'clock? I say it is.
Why, so this gallant will command the sun.
This is the house, sir. Please it you that I call.
Aye, what else? And yet I be deceived, Signor Baptista may remember me. Near 20 years ago, when we were lodgers at the Pegasus.
Fear you not him. Signor Biondello, hast thou done thou errand to Baptista?
I told him that your mother was at Venice and that you looked for her this day in Padua.
Well, here comes Baptista. Set your countenance, sir. Signor Baptista, you are happily met.
Son! Sir, by your leave, having come to Padua to gather in some debts, my son, Lucentio, made me acquainted of a weighty cause of love between your daughter and himself. I am content in a good mother's care to have him matched. And so, if you please to like, no worse than I, me shall you find ready and willing, with one consent, to have her so bestowed.
Madam, your shortness and plainness likes me well. The match is made, all is done, and your son shall have my daughter with consent.
Oh, thank you, sir. Where then do you know we best be affied, and such assurance ta'en as shall with either part's agreement stand?
Oh, well, not at my house, Lucentio, for you know pitchers have many ears, and I have many servants in my house. Besides, old Premio is still hearkening about, and we might happily be interrupted.
Then at my lodging, and it like you, there doth my mother lie, and there this night we shall pass the business privately and well.
Well, likes me well. Biondello, hie you home and bid Bianca make ready straight, and if you will, tell her what has happened today, that Lucentio's mother is here in Padua, and how she would like to be Lucentio's wife.
I pray the God she may with all my heart.
Come on, in God's name, once more towards our fathers. Good Lord, how bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon? The sun! It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know it is the sun that shines so bright.
Now by my mother's son, and that's myself, it shall be moon or star or what I list, or ere I journey to your father's house, go fetch my horses back again. Evermore crossed and crossed, nothing but crossed.
Say as he says, or we shall never go.
Forward! I pray, since we have come so far, and be it moon or sun, or what you please, and if you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then you lie, it is the blessed sun.
Let God be blessed, it is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not, and the moon changes even as your mind. What you shall have it named, even that it is, and so it shall be so for Katherina.
Petruchio, go thy ways, the field is won!
Good morrow, gentle mistress. Where away? If along with us we shall be joyful of thy company.
My name is called Vincentia, my dwelling Pisa, and bound I am to Padua, there to visit a son of mine, which long I have not seen.
Oh, what's his name?
Vincencio, gentle sir.
Happily met, the happier for thy son. The sister to my wife, this gentle woman. Thy son by this hath married. Come, let me embrace with old Vincentia.
What is it, true? Or else is it your pleasure, like pleasant travelers, to break a jest upon the company you overtake?
I do assure thee, lady, so it is.
Come along to see the truth hereof. For our first merriment hath made thee jealous.
Well, Petruchio, thou hast put me in heart. Have to my widow, and if she be froward, thou hast taught Hortensio to be untoward.
Soft and swiftly, sir, the priest is ready.
Andello, they may chance to meet thee at home, therefore leave us.
Nay, faith! I'll see the church on your back, and then go back to my master's house as soon as I can.
I marvel cameo comes not all this while. Ah, miss, here's the door. This is Lucencio's house. My father's bears more towards the marketplace. Thither must I, and here I leave you.
You shall not choose but drink before you go.
Hey! They're busy within. You'd best knock louder.
What's he that knocks as he would beat down the gate?
Is Signor Lucencio within, lady?
Aye, madam, he's within, but not to be spoken withal.
What if we bring him £100 or two to make merry withal?
Keep your £100 to yourself. He shall need none so long as I live.
Nay, I told you your son was well beloved in Padua. Do you hear, miss? I pray you tell Signor Lucencio his mother is come from Pisa, and is here at the door to speak with him.
Thou liest! His mother has come from Padua, and here, looking out at the window.
Art thou his mother?
Aye, madam, so his father says.
Come hither, crackhead! What? Have you forgot me?
Forgot you? No, ma'am, how could I forget you? For I've never seen you before in all my life.
Lies, the notorious villain! Didst thou never see thy master's mother, Vincentia?
Yes! Mary, ma'am! See where she looks out of the window.
Is so indeed!
Ma'am, oh, what are you that offer to meet my servant?
What am I, sir? Nay, what are you, sir? Oh, immortal gods! A fine villain, a silken doublet, a velvet hose! Oh, I am undone! I am undone! While I play the good merchant at home, my son and my servant spend all at the university.
Oh, now, what's the matter?
What is the woman, lunatic?
Madam, you would seem a sober gentlewoman by your habit, but your words show you mad. My lady, what cerns it you that I wear pearl and gold? I thank my good mother I am able to maintain it.
Thy mother! Oh, villain, she is a sailmaker in Bergamo.
You mistake, lady, you mistake. Why, what do you think his name is?
His name? As if I knew not his name. I have brought him up ever since he was 3 years old, and his name is Tutor.
Away! Away, mad ass! His name is Lucencio, and he's mine only son, and heir to all the lands of me, Signora Vincentia!
Murdered his master! Oh, lay hold on him, I charge you, in the Duke's name! Oh, my son! My son! Where's my son, Lucencio?
Oh, if she isn't, deny her, forswear, or we are all undone!
Pardon, sweet mother!
My sweet son!
Why, how hast thou offended? Where's Lucentio?
Here is Lucentio, the right son to the right Vincentia, that have by marriage made thy daughter mine, while counterfeit supposes bleared thine eye.
Why tell me this? Is not this my good Cambio?
Cambio is changed into Lucentio.
Love wrought these miracles. Bianca's love made me exchange my state with Tranio, while he did bear my countenance in the town. And happily I have arrived at the last unto the wished haven of my bliss. What Tranio did, myself enforced him to. Then pardon him, sweet father, for my sake.
Art thou telling me thou married my daughter without my goodwill?
Fear not, Baptista. We will content thee. Go to. I will end to be revenged for this villainy.
And I will sound the depths of this knavery.
Oh, look not pale, Bianca. Thy father will not frown.
My cake's dough, but I'll in amongst the rest. Out of hope of all but my share of the feast.
Husband, let's follow to see the end of this ado.
First kiss me, Kate, and then we will.
What, in the midst of the street?
What, art thou ashamed of me?
No, sir, God forbid, but ashamed to kiss.
Well, then let's home again.
Nay, then, I will give thee a kiss. Now I pray thee, love, stay.
Is not this well? Come, my sweet Kate. Better once than never, or never too late. My fair Bianca, bid my mother welcome, and I with self-same kindness welcome thine. Brother Petruchio and sister Katherina, and thou, Hortensio, with thy loving widow. After our great good cheer and fine banquet, now is time to dance. Musicians, strike up! Nothing but eat and eat, and dance and dance.
Oh, Padua affords such kindness, son Petruchio.
Padua affords nothing but what is kind.
For both our sakes, I would that word were true.
Oh, now for my life, Hortensio fears his widow.
Then never trust me if I be afeard.
Ah, you are very sensible, and yet you miss my sense. I mean, Hortensio is afeard of you.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round.
Roundly replied.
Mistress, how mean you that? Thus I conceive by him.
Ah, conceives by me. How likes Hortensio that?
My widow says, thus she conceives her tale.
Ah, very well mended. Kiss him for that good widow.
He that is giddy thinks the world turns round. I pray you, tell me what you meant by that. Your husband, being troubled with a shrew, measures my husband's sorrow by his woe. And now you know my meaning. A very mean meaning. Right. I mean you. And I am mean indeed in respecting you.
100 marks! My Kate just put her down!
That's my office!
Let us walk in the orchard a while. Come, ladies. You are welcome all.
Here, Signor Tranio, this bird you aimed at, though you hit her not. Therefore, a health to all that shot and missed.
Yeah. Now, son Petruchio, in good sadness, I think thou hast the veriest shrew of them all.
Well, I say no. And therefore, for assurance, let's each one send unto his wife, and he whose wife proves most obedient to come when he doth send for her, shall win the wager, which we will propose.
Content, what is the wager?
20 crowns. 20 crowns? I'll venture so much of my hawk, or hound, but 20 times so much upon my wife. 100 then.
Content.
A match 'tis done.
Who shall begin?
That will I. Go, bid your mistress come to me.
I go.
Bianca comes. I'll be your half, son.
I'll have no halves, I'll bear it all myself. How now, what news?
Sir, your mistress sends you word that she is busy and that she cannot come.
Oh, she's busy, and she cannot come. Is that an answer?
Aye, and a kind one too. Pray God, sir, she send you not a word.
I hope a better.
Sir Biandello, go entreat my wife to come to me forthwith.
Oh, entreat, and she must needs come.
I'm afraid, sir, do what you can, yours will not be entreated. How now, where's my wife?
She says you have some goodly jest at hand. She will not come. She bids you come to her.
Worse and worse, she will not come. Sir Grumio, go to your mistress. Say, I command her, come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
The foul of fortune mine, and there an end.
By my holodan, here comes Katherina.
What is your will, sir, that you sent for me?
Where's your sister, and Hortensio's wife?
They sit conferring by the parlor fire.
Go fetch them hither. Ah, if they deny to come, swinge me them soundly unto their husbands. Away, I say, bring them hither straight.
Here is a wonder, if you talk of a wonder.
So it is. I wonder what it bodes.
Marry, peace it bodes, and love, and quiet life. And to be short, what not, that's sweet and happy.
Son Petruchio, thou hast fared well, and thou hast won the wager. And to their losses, I shall add another 20,000 crowns.
Oh.
Another dowry for another daughter, for she is changed as she hath never been.
Nay, I will win my wager better yet, and show more sign of her obedience. Ah, her new-built virtue and obedience. See where she comes with your froward wives, as prisoners.
Fie! What foolish duty call you this?
I would your duty were as foolish too. The wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, hath cost me 100 crowns since supper time.
The more fool you for laying on my duty.
Catherine, I charge you tell these headstrong women what duty they do owe their lords and husbands.
Oh, you are mocking. We will have no telling.
Come on, I say, and first begin with her.
She shall not.
I say she shall, and first begin with her.
Fie, fie. Unknit that threatening, unkind brow, and dart not scornful glances from those eyes to wound thy lord, thy king, thy governor. It blots thy beauty as frost to bite the meads, confounds thy fame as whirlwinds shake fair buds, and in no sense is meet or amiable. A woman moved is like a fountain troubled, muddy, ill-seeming, thick, bereft of beauty, and while it is so, none so dry or thirsty will deign to sip or touch one drop of it. Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one who cares for thee, and for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labor, both by sea and land, to watch the nights in storms, the day in cold, and craves no other tribute at thy hands but love, fair looks, and true obedience. Too little payment for so great a debt. Come, come, you forward, unable worms. My mind hath been as big as one of yours. My heart is great. My reason happily more to bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see our lances are but straws. Our strength is weak, our weakness past compare, that seeming to be most, which we indeed least are. So veil your stomachs, for it is no boot, and place your hand beneath your husband's boots. A token of which duty, if he please, my hand is ready, may it do him ease.
Why, there is a wench. Come on and kiss me, Kate.
Oh, well done. Well, go thy ways, lad, for thou shalt have it.
'Tis a good hearing when children are toward.
But a harsh hearing when women are froward.
Come, Kate, we'll to bed. We three are married, but you two are spent. 'Twas I won the wager, though you hit the white, and being a winner, God give you good night.